So here we are in North Dartmoor, about to begin a run to a place called Fingle Bridge, going via a castle known as Castle Drogo, England's last ever castle. I'll explain some more on that in a bit. We set off to make our way up towards the castle first. Now, at the time of this recording, we have had a couple of days of rain in England, pretty heavy rain, so we are expecting a little bit of wetness. Well, we've already come across the first strip of water. This would usually be a nice path, but where the river has burst its banks, it's actually flooded the path. After you, Louise. That's cold, isn't it? The second field was even more flooded and the sodden ground squelched beneath our feet. You can see where the path goes, into a leak. Well, here we go. Oh, it gets deep. It gets deep. My feet were already soaking. Look at this though. Louise, we haven't even made it to the path. We need to cross this stretch next. As we crossed, the effects of the rainfall were clear. Look how strong the flow is along here. Look at the power there. The river usually doesn't flow quite this strongly. You can tell by how much it's smashing up against that tree, how much extra water is in here right now. It's very, very loud. We're going to keep following now, head up towards Castle Drogo, try to dry our feet off if we can. Oh, God. As I chuckled to myself, a lone dog walker stared across at us like we were mad. I've never even seen it like this. Look at this. This is amazing. Our feet might be squelching quite a lot. You got to admit, that's quite fun. It was fun. Let's have my feet warm up a bit now, because they are quite cold. The next section began our ascent to the last castle of England. Sharp right turn here. Interesting fact, by the time we reach up to the top of the castle, we'll have ascended 140 metres from where we parked the JOG ON van. If you think about that in terms of Crib Goch being around the 880 metre mark, it's actually all right. Gone a little way up the height of Crib Goch, just to a castle this time. Hiya. Yeah. With the sun beating down, we followed the track skirting the side of the valley. Wow. Very edge of the castle, just starting to appear. A final set of steps led us to the crest of the hill, 140 metres up, and to the entrance. Down this way. Pretty sure we just ran in through a weird little side route. Look at this though. Picking our way through the Grade 2 listed gardens, all of a sudden, there it was. So that's it. That is Castle Drogo. So first stop on the run is Castle Drogo, and here it is in all of its glory. One of the fascinating facts about Castle Drogo is it's actually built in the 20th century. So by castle standards, it's pretty modern. And looking at the architecture, you can kind of tell. Actually opened in 1930, it is the last castle to have ever been built in England. It was commissioned by Julius Drew, the founder of one of the UK's largest retail chains at that time. But just 1 year after his castle was complete, Julius passed away. It's a remarkably impressive structure and worth a visit if you're ever in the North Dartmoor area. In the words of Christopher Hussey, the ultimate justification of Drogo is that it does not pretend to be a castle. It is a castle. Unfortunately, in today's climate, it is, at the moment, not open to people to actually go and look around. Kindly though, they have put some hand sanitizer there. The next part of the run leads us to Fingle Bridge. A movie-style flight of garden stairs, a pause to admire the view, and we hit the trails once more. With beautiful views down over the woodland across the valley, we now make our descent down this trail path towards Fingle Bridge. A very muddy and slippery descent down to the car park. We're arriving as the rains are coming down. As the weather worsened, we ran over the top. So here it is, Fingle Bridge. Thought to be about 17th century, but after some repointing work in the hot summer of 1990, it has now been suggested that possibly parts of the bridge are in fact even older than that. Today is used for foot traffic as well as some vehicles if they're narrow enough to get through. Of course, over half a century ago, cars could fit quite easily. With the stone arches artistically spanning the bubbling water below, this crossing has captured the attention of many over its years of use. Our journey now takes us back along the river up towards where we parked the JOG ON van. A lot of the greenery still remaining in the woodland, but some of those autumnal colours starting to come through. It's getting colder, the temperature is dropping as we make our way back down these muddy, steep steps, and the batteries are running out. So I better say a quick goodbye. If you haven't already, check out JOG ON any podcast platform. I'm Harry. Go for that run. Check out some history while you do it, and jog on. I'm Harry. Go for that run. Why won't the gate open? The path that once was may now be... Run's going well so far. Let's continue.